Good, great. All right, hello. Thank you very much for having us tonight. We are here to discuss and celebrate our 80-year marketing campaign. My name is Victoria Gingrey, and I am the Marketing and Communications Manager, and we are the communications team. How I generally describe the scope of our work is if you visit us digitally or in print, anything you see with our logo on it is probably come from our department in some form or another. The signage, handouts, bookmarks, stickers, t-shirts, lanyards, and so much more are created by this incredible team of individuals. Ayana Jones, our Marketing and Communications Coordinator, Caitlin Nicholas, Content Specialist, and Tara Tapia, our Graphic Designer. Like I said, I am the Marketing and Communications Manager, and we work with Jeannie Allen to tell the story of Kitsap Regional Library. So let us begin, not in 1945, but in May 2024. This campaign started with a conversation. As a lot of our work does, we began brainstorming in earnest as to what the celebration of our 80 years would look like, and over many, many months, in collaboration with each other, as well as with input and feedback from our staff and the community, we launched our campaign on January 1st, 2025, with a teaser on our website, promising something big coming soon.
Hello everyone, my name is Ayana Jones, and my main role during this project was the illustrations. So as a team, we started brainstorming the artwork about 20 months before the campaign officially launched. We considered how each piece individually and the suite as a whole would reflect each community, library branch, and aspects of life in Kitsap County. We wanted to instill a sense of personal pride in the branch and in community. So through this thoughtfulness, we could create something for everyone. At the end of our brainstorm session, we narrowed the list of art ideas down to 27, 3 ideas per branch, and polled staff in August 2024. It was essential to get buy-in from people who live in the communities and work in the branches that we're trying to represent artistically. We had great feedback on the form of over 120 responses, and each location had a clear winner. So I started sketching with good old-fashioned pencil and paper before I moved on to digital. And since one of the many goals of our passport was to encourage travel throughout the county, I chose an art style that was reminiscent of WPA National Parks travel posters. And an unexpected challenge during the drawing phase was finding out what salmon actually live in the Manchester area, because our patrons are very smart, so if I drew the wrong fish, they would absolutely notice and call us out for it. So I connected with Jacqueline and Nell, who work at the Manchester branch, and then they connected me with Louie, who is the authority on salmon in that area. And he was super friendly and knowledgeable, and he came all the way out to Sylvan to meet with me, and he showed me diagrams of all the fish in the area and was super excited to talk to me. So I also learned a lot about salmon in this process. And then while I was working on the cards, Tara was developing the stamps for each location. The card art and the stamp art each complement each other and add another layer of fun in the details. And so after months of behind-the-scenes work, we launched the Passport to Explore on Valentine's Day 2025. And one of our favorite stories from launch day was one couple who decided to make the Passport their Valentine's Date activity for the weekend. And the staff on Frontline also took it to the next level by creating displays and highlighting activities around what was unique about their branch and community.
I'm Caitlin. I'm the content specialist for the team and a writer in the department. So heading into spring, our main focus was building momentum. In March, our team supported Staff Day. Tara designed signage for all of the presentations that day that would also complement the 80-year activities we had, as well as our t-shirt designs, which all staff were given and were allowed to select the one that represented their branch or home, as the case may be, the best. The photo that was taken of our staff that day was used in our annual report and also when we were talking about the levy proposition. So my role as the writer in the department involved researching our history for the passport, both the timeline that was running through the document, but also the history of each branch. And that research was applied toward our museum exhibit and just digital storytelling throughout the year, which involved getting into local history books, working with city, county, and state archives, A lot of our history was handwritten. It was on notes and agendas from board meetings in decades past. And so that did make it pretty difficult to confirm a lot of our history using multiple sources. But after the fact, it was really satisfying to be able to build a more thorough record for the library's use in the future. My other role was our digital and social media presence, which played a big part in the mug hunt. So we launched the mug hunt in April, and the goal was to both build excitement, but also familiarize patrons with the 80-year anniversary artwork and our year-long Passport to Explore project. The mugs showcased Ayana's stunning artwork, and Tara went so far as to design the mug tokens to be hidden by staff throughout the branches because the mugs themselves were quite large, so we needed something smaller to hide to encourage that exploration. We timed the hunt over a 15-day period to coincide with spring breaks and hopefully maximize participation. And going into it, we really didn't have any idea what the reaction or participation from the community would be, and it was extremely popular. 280 mugs were given away throughout those 15 days. Staff hid tokens every day, and we would post hints every morning to our Instagram stories with basically the mug with that branch's artwork to help patrons figure out where to go to hunt for the mugs that day. So from April 5th to 20th, the hunt was on. Staff likened the energy to Black Friday. Patrons would line up before the branches opened, and they would move with vigor throughout the library, and a lot of excitement trying to find those mugs. We saw door counts spike during this period, 58% increase at Little Boston, and patrons said they visited branches that they'd never seen before. We did learn lessons during this period of time that helped us make our future challenges and events more accessible. For example, we had a patron who DM'd us on Instagram saying that they had to set up transportation a full day in advance. And so if the hints were posted that morning, it was too late already for them to get to the branch in time. So we adjusted that and started posting the hints more than 24 hours in advance so that people could plan a little bit better. And happily, we actually got a follow-up message from that same patron who was able to find a mug at Sylvan Way. Overall, the mug hunt generated a ton of excitement for the Passport 80 Years project, and that carried throughout the year. Next one. And this was proven the following month when more than 200 people came to our anniversary celebration at the Silverdale branch. Our department supported that with print and digital invitations and promotions, and we brought pom-poms, balloons, and other swag to the party, and it was a big party. Oh, right.
So in the midst of our work supporting the launch of Passport to Explore, the Mug Hunt, and Staff Day, we were also well underway developing materials for summer learning. So 2025 was my first time working on summer learning, but my teammates already had a really great process in place. We heard overwhelmingly positive feedback from staff and patrons on the material our team developed to support, including the booklet, t-shirt and pin prizes, along with hourly prizes of the notebook and octopus tote bag, plus the brand new teen octopus tracker that's pictured here, as well as the website and event photography throughout the summer. We saw the success of our efforts as well as collaborations with public services and collections and technical services. 10-hour finishers went up 10% and 100-hour finishers went up 21% from 2024. And a lot of participants told us that they used the Passport to Explore as their Do Something Challenge activity.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tara. I am the graphic designer in the department, and that was also my role on this project. While summer learning was being produced and our 80-year campaign was in full swing, we were also busy producing the annual report and launched another highlight of the year, our levy campaign. We promote elections every year, and this past year was no different, with the special edition of Library Levy Proposition 1. Throughout our campaign, we offered voters neutral language and messaging so they could make their decision come August 5th. To support this, our team created staff handouts and talking points, bookmarks, in-branch posters, and promotions on our social media and website. We celebrated the passage of the levy at 62% with an update to our website and materials in-branch and on social media. Earlier in the year, we cultivated a partnership with Kitsap Historical Museum, which resulted in creating an exhibit about the library. This felt like the perfect way to continue celebrating the library's 80th year. We visited the space in May 2025 to begin planning for a September 2025 exhibit launch. After wrapping up our annual report production and the levy launch in May, our team spent late June through September researching, sleuthing archives, sorting, scanning, and retouching historical photos, recording audio, designing for physical space and graphics, streaming, and installing our exhibit to prepare for opening night. Our summer was spent carefully building and reviewing each detail for accuracy, even clarifying the library's official anniversary date alongside state archivists. Just a little note switch. Again and again, we uncovered evidence of innovation ahead of the times, including being the second in the state to offer a digital catalog. During development, we fell in love with Dewey the library cat, pictured here, partnered with RePC, located in Seattle and Tukwila, to provide a period-accurate computer like the ones patrons would have used early in the computing era, complete with Oregon Trail. Yes, one must have Oregon Trail. Caitlin worked with library staff to record book passages from each decade, and we brought in a card catalog for patrons to search through, finding cards as well as other treasures that had been found in books, drops, and branches as fun, interesting surprises. Our exhibit opened on September 25th with the History Uncorked event, an evening moderated by Josh Farley, celebrating the stories of past and present library employees and the history of our organization. Our goal was to give the library patrons and non-patrons alike an immersive experience of what it means and has meant to be a library patron. Our story is intertwined with that of Kitsap County, the location, the people, and the community. If you haven't seen it already, we invite you to visit and see it for yourself. The exhibit is on display through the end of March.
Okay, so the fun has continued since. Throughout the rest of the year, we've provided support digitally and in print. We partnered heavily with the MLK branch to coordinate several 80-year themed events, including a story night at the Roxy, a library-themed trivia night at Manette Saloon, a First Friday art walk promoting the museum exhibit, 2 library-themed movie screenings with partners at Olympic College and the Roxy once more, and through it all, we also developed a partnership with Silver City Brewery to support these events with a special Biblio Brew, benefiting the library through the foundation. The foundation was another incredible partner of ours throughout the year and through our collaboration to sell the stamp designs you see here, as well as make older summer learning designs available for purchase once more. The foundation generated $20,000 in sales and welcomed 420 first-time donors. Even today, we continue to receive feedback from community members and staff expressing their joy and passion over the 80-year campaign. This momentum, built throughout 2025, created opportunities for support and deepened pre-existing love for Kitsap Regional Library in a critical year. Celebrations continue. Just this week, the middle photo you see, we were thrilled to attend the unveiling of Ayana's 80-year Kingston Library art being unveiled in the open air gallery in Bremerton. So go and see that if you haven't. Yes, on Washington Avenue, just down yonder. Additionally, we look forward to entering our 80-year work to be considered for a John Condano Award for the American Library Association. Next slide, please. Thank you. What I hope to leave you with, and I think what we all hope to leave you with, is that this was not only created in collaboration with this incredible team, which is 5 folks supporting 9 branches and hundreds of team members, but also in collaboration with our colleagues across the library and our community members. I often say that one of the worst things we can do is create something that people don't want, understand, or know how to use. This campaign was anything but that, and as a manager, it was hugely satisfying, sometimes terrifying, but ultimately successful team effort that relied on each of us, often working on multiple things at once, doing work we'd never done before, while also, next slide please, balancing work and life. I could not be more proud of this team and the work that we've created, and I really appreciate the opportunity we've had to share, and hopefully you can see in our photos, we had a time. So, any questions that we can answer?
I just want to applaud you guys again.
Thank you.
I feel like my face is tired because I was sitting here smiling the whole time. What an impressive feat all the way around. Do you guys have questions?
First off, I may be one of two that have all the mugs, so, you know. When I received the mugs, I was super excited. I don't even have a favorite mug because they're all really great. I will say I would love to ask for your autograph to autograph my mugs. I think that would be fantastic. I'd really appreciate that. And if you have any of the concept arts that were created into a mug, I'd love to have those too. But the mugs were just really big. Just looking at all the designs that you've done throughout the 80th, but just period, the T-shirts, you know, it's really a big deal, right? Collecting the library cards. It's just really impressive. A really good way to get immersed into the library and feel like you're participating. So I really look forward to that. I don't know if you would consider doing old school like baseball pennants, because I thought about hanging my shirts in my office, but I also want to wear them, so I'm not really sure what to do. But I just really appreciate all the work that you've done, and it really shows through that you really enjoy working together, and it shows in your work. Thank you.
Yeah, I also have all the mugs, but I had to pay for them like a normal human being. You got them because they like you. Thank you for sharing. The work you do, you know, is such the X factor in everything this library does, and the fact that there's branding that ties the whole branch together, but also each branch has its own unique piece. I think that's something that makes the library really special, so thank you for that. I also appreciate bringing up that some of the sketching started 20 months before, because I don't know that the public and even us, I don't know that we've really wrapped our heads around that it's not just something last minute that you came up with. There was a lot of thought that you all put into it, and a lot of care and a lot of love. So thank you for all that you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a huge project, but I think it was a great success. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Just on behalf of leadership, I just want to thank you again. It's obvious you all take a lot of pride in your work. It's obvious that you enjoy doing it, and it's obvious that the work paid off in lots of ways. And I have a bit more to share in my board report, but I just wanted to thank you on behalf of the leadership team, because you made the passing of the levy, I think, possible with the engaging artwork and the engagement in terms of people waiting and exploring our branches. And I think that's one of the benefits that people didn't see, is that we had a lot of people travel between branches, not only to follow the mug hunt, but the general excitement in getting that passport stamped. And I just wanted to congratulate you again on a job well done, and the job you're continuing to do. So thank you.